Doing a quick test. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. As we get to the end of this particular piece, we're going to go ahead and wind it down a little bit, though we literally in like the last 10 seconds of it. But here we go. Well, that's assuming I can actually turn the volume down. Yeah, I guess we'll just let it play out. All right, so we are in Kasara's Casual Corner. I am Kasara, so welcome to my stream. So on Wednesday, we decided to bring out Bitburner, a game that is pretty much totally about the JavaScript system and programming and coding and all that kind of stuff. And while we were figuring out how to learn to do this particular type of language, we also were literally learning it. Like while we were trying to get hacking and get stats and stuff like that and make all the monies and things, we were trying to learn actual JavaScript. So we had a lot of fun. So I decided, like, you know what, let's bring it out again and maybe I can learn something new. That being said, we're trying to just kind of going in the order of the guides and tips section that they provide on the stream, on the game itself. So as opposed to, what's it called? As opposed to just being like, let's explore and just go for it and see what happens, I actually decided instead that it would be more beneficial, not only necessarily to myself in my own streams, but also in learning capacity to kind of just follow the guide they give. Eventually, we will get to the point where we have joined factions, are leveling up all of our skill sets, our strength, our charisma, and all that kind of stuff. But first, let's learn some scripting so we can properly hack the planet. But, you know, properly hack the planet and... you know what I mean? Probably hack the planet. Okay, so I have the thing already up, so I'm going to go ahead and start the game up. All right, here we are. And then first and foremost, I actually need to switch to this. All right, this is what it needs to be, and now I can have the stuff up. So while I was offline, I actually did make money. My scripts generated $82.97, and I received faction invitations, but we're not going to do that just yet because we're not actually at that part of the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up at gain 0 reputation because I have no joined any factions at the moment. My hacknet nodes gained me $249, 630K. So this is the money I currently have up here. And this is my hacking level, 141, which is, I'm doing pretty good somehow, right? Okay, so where we left off, we actually had created, according to this, we had edited our hacking script so that Joe's guns was actually making us more money while we were sitting here and figuring stuff out. So from here, we are going to continue on from here, creating new scripts in order to purchase new servers, because apparently we can't just work off the one, we have to buy more. I mean, who knew? Apparently hacking costs money. Anyway, so next we're going to create the script that automatically purchases additional servers. These servers will be used to run many scripts, of which it took us quite a bit of time just to get the one script in. And then apparently copy paste it, because that's where we're at. All right. So running the script will be initially very expensive since purchasing a server costs money. I've talked to people that are like trying to figure out how to work Bitcoin and mine it and stuff like that. I'm like, from the way to describe it, yeah, costs money is putting it mildly. And that's not even servers, that's just hardware. Okay. In order to create this script, you should familiarize yourself with the following net script functions. Oh, okay. This will go well. So we have purchase server, which sounds pretty straightforward. Get purchase server cost, get purchase server limit, get server money available, and then skip and execute. I think that's execute. When we skip a day of Bitburner, I have literally forgot. I think is it server. Hold on, we're gonna type in help because it will tell us what it is. SCP copies a file to destination server. Okay, so the skip section copies stuff. Okay, so we're gonna go create the script by going to terminal and then we type home, which we're already home. I think if we do it, it doesn't actually do anything. It just connects us back to the same place we're at. And then we have nano, which is editing. Right? I remember nano means to edit something. And then we have purchase server. That's 8 gigabytes. I think that's what 8 GB means. And then that script. Okay. So once we type that in, we get this new tab that creates the script. So we have noodle script, the early hack template script, and now we're in purchase server script. So now we're going to create the script for this. So now we need to paste the following code into the script editor. By paste, I mean I'm going to type it in as it goes. So how much RAM each purchase server will have, it'll be 8 gigabytes. So that's what the 8 gigabytes is. So variable RAM equals 8. So the variable RAM amount is 8 GB. And then we're going to iterator we'll use for our loop. I'm not going to lie, I have no idea what an iterator is. So forgive me, I'm going to type it into Google. Iterator definition. Iterator definition. JavaScript. I assume just in case it has multiple meanings. In JavaScript, an iterator is an object which defines a sequence and potentially a return value on termination. So it defines a particular set of events and then the return value when it is completed, it sounds like. Okay, I think I get the idea. So now we're going to have the iterator being 0. So, okay. So then we have the variable for the iterator is just I equals 0. Okay, so continuously try to purchase servers until we reach the maximum amount of servers would get this. So while parentheses I greater than get purchase server limit. All right, so that's this. And then we have parentheses open, parentheses close, close. And then we have squiggle bracket. And then while that's happening, we're going to check if we have enough money to purchase a server. So while we're looking at the purchase server, the if part has if get server money, get server money available. From home, our personal server, apostrophes, and then is less than, sorry, is greater than, get purchase server cost. So while we're looking, so it looks like a script is saying, so while we're getting the server, looking for purchasing a server, if our money at home server is greater than the server cost we are looking for, so get for the RAM anyway, RAM, and then parentheses, parentheses, squiggle bracket. So then we have here, if we have enough money, if that's what it's saying, if we have enough money, then it will 1, purchase the server, 2, it will copy our hacking script onto the newly purchased server, And 3, run our hacking script on a new server with 4, the increment indicator to indicate that we've bought a new server. So we have if get purchase RAM, open bracket, then we have variable host name. It's not get host name, it's just host name. Equals purchase server. Am I even spelling purchase? That moment when I'm like, am I spelling words correctly? So purchase S-E-S-E-R, enter here, and then P serve plus the iteration with and RAM, semicolon. And then we add into that copy. Yeah, so SCP, we had the server copy. So copy script. Oh. Early dash. Can I tab it? No, I can't because I haven't written it yet. Early hack template. Oh, no. Early hack.template dot script. And we did that. Okay, cool. Comma and the host name, which I guess is also one of the variables that come into it. And parentheses, semicolon, and then also execute that said script into the host name we've determined. Okay, so I think I now have an idea of what this script is actually saying. There's a lot that goes into it, but it seems once you get like 3, what while and if does, and then you get this 3 kind of variables, copy and execute, I think it starts to really make a little more sense, though how we get some of these other words, I think I'm not sure. But it seems like JavaScript seems pretty freaking clear cut. Nope, there's no tab here. Hack template dot script, comma, host name, and then comma, and then 3. Nope, that's 43. Nope, that's still 4. So run our hacking script on the newly purchased server with 3 threads. Oh, it will already provide the threads so I don't have to go through that whole 6 thing that we did before. Nice. All right, then we have that. And then we have semicolon. Nope. And then plus plus. I'm not sure what that particular one means, but then we're here. All right. And then beautify. I remember what Timo said last time. Hey, K-Dog, how's it going? Welcome into the stream where we are actually learning pretty much what the hacking game is all about and pretty much what JavaScript actually kind of plays. I don't know if you've ever played... Actually, I don't know if you've ever played a text-based game like Zork or Lifeline, or Zork is one of the most famous ones. I've seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy style and whatnot, but I love text-based games. They're one of my favorite things, followed by like RPGs and VNs. But this one is specifically for JavaScript. It looks like really complicated. I've seen people coding and I've watched them do it, and they just look like they know what they're doing off the top of their head. But this is a free game. It's a hacking game, actually. It's still cyberpunk hacking game, but it actually has a really good structured way of kind of understanding the basics of it. I'm not gonna lie, like this would probably be one of the best teachers I've ever had for programming language. Programming language hurts your head. It hurts mine too, but this one actually is not killing me. I actually am able to do this for at least 2 hours before my head explodes. Not too bad, right? Cheers. Okay. So what's happening right now is that inside the game, what we did on Wednesday was we created these two scripts and then inserted them and started to run hack situations on servers that we could access right off the bat. As you can see here, these are my hack levels. This is the money I've procured in my hacking situations. And then I have to build up here. And then we have all of the stuff that goes inside this. Here are my active scripts that I'm taking money from. Here's my script editor. All that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a lot. Also hype for Facecam. I was thinking about what I wanted to play. There's a couple of games that have been requested of me, but they're back on the PlayStation. And I really didn't want to go back on the PlayStation this week. So I was like, let's go ahead and do Facecam this week. And maybe next week as well. I'll stick on the PC for a while. And then on the next gameplay, I'll probably go back to the PlayStation or the Xbox. I just keep switching it up. Okay. So we created the code. We beautified it. So now it's all set. So the nice thing about here, you can't see the second screen I have, but the second screen has all the information. Literally, you just follow it, and it tells you exactly how. It's actually a walkthrough of the game while simultaneously teaching you how this game works. So this code that we actually just created uses a loop to purchase a maximum amount of servers that uses a particular function. This one is the netscript function. Each of these servers will have 8 gigabytes of RAM defined as the variable. So whenever a script purchases a new server, it uses the function here on this line to be able to put our code, this one here, into a new server and then execute it automatically. It's actually quite fascinating. I'm literally looking at this going, I don't have to do anything. It just procures it for me. I can hack away, make my monies. Don't have to do anything. I say that, and then we have to get into the factions, but we'll get there. The goal tonight in my channel is to get through this section here and start kind of understanding servers and purchases and script writing and stuff, and then get into the nitty-gritty where we have to join factions and hack places and try to see where we can take over. That's the goal for this week. I'm not doing too many of these because, like you, like scripting is a bit much sometimes, but I was curious to see how far we could get at least this week. So let's see what happens. Let's see. So to run the script, go to terminal and type. Okay, so now we've created the script. So now we go back to our home computer, and then we type in run purchase server dash server dash 8 gigabyte script. Which is the script we had just created. Hold on, let me also make it full screen. That's better. Now I can function. All right. No such script. Wait a second. Hold on. Did I do this wrong? Part of me is just like copy paste. All right. Let's see. We type all this in there. Do we have to? Oh, save and close. Save and close. Let's try this again. Run. Purchase. That server. 8 gigabyte. Script. Yes! We got it. I mean, we got it running, but error processing imports in server script syntax identifier after number 1 ratio to 11. Okay. We'll pretend like we know that one. Let's see. So once we do that, it says running a script with 1 thread, 8-bit, and args, none. This purchase will continuously run until it has purchased the maximum of servers. When this happens, it'll mean you have a bunch of new servers that are all running hacking scripts against Joe's Gun server. And if you'll remember, Joe's Gun server is the one that's making us a little bit more money. So we hacked into that particular company, which is like a small business near us, and then just kind of procuring the monies. All right, the reason we're using so many scripts to hack Joe's Guns instead of targeting other servers is because it's more effective. This early in the game, we don't have enough RAM or memory to efficiently hack multiple targets. And trying to do so would be slowed as we spread too thin. We should definitely do this later on, though, which we might not get to. But that makes sense. Ideally, apparently it runs, so each script takes up memory space. And from what I can tell, it was really taking up quite a bit of memory space. And since we have so many of it, putting all your eggs in one basket actually becomes a little bit simpler and a better option for utilizing your resources as opposed to spreading yourself thin, especially when Joe's is clearly raking in the dough and then the other ones might not be. Okay. So note that purchasing a new server is fairly expensive, and purchasing the maximum amount of servers is even more so. At the time of writing this guide, the script above requires 11 million to finish purchasing all of the 8 gigabyte servers. Therefore, we need to find additional ways to make money to speed up the process. Those are covered now. So we have this much, 94. 11, I think it's 94. I'm going to need someone that does programming to tell me what this little tiny m means. But we have 95, and we don't nearly have enough to be able to purchase, it seems like. So let's go make more monies. There are other ways to gain money in this game besides scripts and hacking. Thank God, because sometimes I just want to go out and be like, all right, it's time to do this run and gun job. Hacknet nodes. Right, we're back to tongue twisters. If you completed the introductory tutorial, which we did on Wednesday, you are already introduced to this method, hacknet nodes. Once you have enough money, you can start upgrading your hacknet nodes in order to increase your passive income stream. This is completely optional. Since each hacknet node upgrade takes a certain amount of time to pay itself off, it may not necessarily be in our best interest to use these. Nonetheless, hacknet nodes are a good source of income early in the game, although their effectiveness tapers off as later on. If you do wind up purchasing and upgrading hacknet nodes, I would suggest only upgrading their levels for now. I wouldn't bother with RAM and core upgrades until later. Okay, so we did do hacknet nodes here. Let me see if I have it here. It wasn't city. What was it? You know what we can do? Go back to the beginning. Control find. Hacknet nodes. No, the beginning. The first one. I want to go to the first one. There, this one. Alright. No, this is the last one. We want the first one. Alright, so if you skip the introduction and part ahead, go to the hacknet nodes. Here, Alt H. Hacknet. Oh, wait. Alt H brings us to the hacknet nodes. Okay. So hacknet nodes is a global decentralized network of machines. It's used by all hackers around the world. Oh, right. This is the one where we can kind of purchase a node and then it will help us to get passive income. Let's see. They cost like 1,000 though, if I recall. Let me see. Purchase hacknet node for 18. 1.8 K. I'm assuming this is M, right? Okay, so now I have 2 hacknet nodes. Both of these will eventually create me a money source to this. Hold on, now I'm going to get back to where I was in the actual thing. All right. So let's see. Now, purchase hacknet nodes. I would do so only upgrading their levels now. So let's see. Level 1. It's saying ignore these 2 factions because eventually we'll get there, and I don't know if I have enough anyway. So let's upgrade their levels. It gets me $3 per second. Both of these do. So if we get them to 3, I get $4.50 every second. Okay. So it looks like we're doing okay. Also keep in mind the game has been running my game has been running and creating passive income for a day and a half. So I've also actually am at like plenty of money to do so. I can actually purchase one more and level it up here. 5 is a nice number. We're going to level everything up to 5. I make $7.50 an hour, or $7.50 a second. Okay, so let's assume for now that that's what we're going to have. We have 3 nodes available to make money from. All of them are level 5. Each of them is making me 7.5 a second. So now my production is actually going up. This is my passive income for now. So, crime. We can actually go back and commit crimes. Who knew? The best source of income right now is from committing crimes. This is because it not only gives you a large amount of money, but it also raises your hacking level. To commit crimes, click on the city tab, which is this one, on the left-hand navigation menu, and then, Alt-W is the key, and then click on the slums, which is this one. So S is the slums. Okay, so I can actually... Okay, so if I go to the slums and want to commit a crime, we have a certain percentage chance of success based on my character stats, apparently. So here's the slum success rate. If I wanted to shoplift, I have a 4% chance of shoplifting with success. I can rob a store. That's a 38% chance of success. I can mug someone, and I'm really not much of a mugger, so hugger, not mugger. So 2% chance of success, very accurate. Larceny, have a 23% chance of success. Probably not something I want to do anyway. Deal drugs, 0.62% chance of success, 100% true. Can't do it. Can't keep a straight face or nothing. And I'm like, just take it. Either that or people will buy it from me because I'm too cute. Who knows? All right. So bond forgery, 1.7% success. Traffic illegal arms, 2.26% success. Homicide, I could try killing someone and that will give me money. What? Who am I killing? I don't have, no. Nix on that. Also, I should have less chance of getting money from that than trafficking illegal arms. Like, literally, I'd have more success in that one. No doubt about it. Homicide, attempt to murder a random person on the street. Because that in the slums, that will make me so much money. Okay. Grand Theft Auto. I've tried it. I am more than happy to play Grand Theft Auto in, like, the straight and narrow. Like, I challenge anyone to try to play GTA without doing any crimes. Have fun. All right. Kidnap and Ransom. There's, like, no chance of success for 2 reasons. 1, I would be really bad at kidnapping. And 2, we're in the slums. Who are we going to kidnap? And then I can assassinate someone. Same thing. Who is high-profile target enough to even be in the slums right now anyway? Or I can do a heist. I would probably say, as of right now, none of these options are any good. Rob a store is, like, still less than 50% chance of being able to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and say, for now, crime doesn't pay. And probably later, crime really shouldn't pay, but it might. And we'll always do it in a way that's kind of like moist, fun, lip fig. Don't kill anyone. Just don't do it. No violence. I don't like that. All right, so in the slums, you can attempt to commit a variety of crimes. Each gives you a certain experience if successful. Also, at some point, we will have to try shoplifting or robbing a store because we do need some hacking XP. All right, note, you are not always successful in an attempt to commit a crime, but nothing bad happens if you fail a crime, but you won't earn any money and the experience gain will be reduced. Raising your stats improves your chances successfully. Well, it's unfortunate that nothing happens if we don't commit the crime properly, but I guess it's something. Right now, the best option is to rob a store. This takes 60 seconds to attempt and gives 400K if successful. What store are we robbing that has 400K in the slums right there? Just curious. Okay. So with that, let's, yeah, okay, but we get 400K from robbing the slums, which is a terrible thing to do. Let's wait until we can get our stats up a little bit and, like, rob, like, one of the more Robin Hood-y kind of places. Let's see. I suggest this crime because you don't have to click or check in too often since it takes a whole minute to attempt. Furthermore, it gives hacking experience, which is very important right now. Alternatively, you can also use the shoplift crime. This takes 2 seconds and gives 15K if successful. We're in the slums. I would like to think that maybe when you call something that there is a reason, and it's probably not because they're all carrying around 15K. Just saying. This crime is slightly easier and is more profitable than rob a store, but it requires constant clicking and doesn't give hacking experience. Okay, so let's assume for just a moment that we don't want to commit a crime, but we still want to be able to get something, right? I don't know how curious everyone is in the chat, but I'm a little curious about how I could go, like what I'm about to do. All right. Unfortunately, let me say this, and I have to make sure that we're clear. I do not condone any sort of crime. I do believe that all crimes should have some sort of punishment as far as that's concerned, based on a case-by-case basis. That being said, only for this game will I commit this crime, and it's rob a store. So let's wait for 59 seconds. You are attempting to rob a store. And while we are robbing the store, I'm going to go ahead and eat a piece of bread. Garlic bread. It's sparkly apple juice, by the way. In case anyone's wondering, it doesn't look like beer at all. But Demaze, why are you here now? Demaze says, and hack things, which I think is a crime as well, but the storyline might make the crime a way of life. In this case, yeah, it's kind of like white hat hacking. Crime failed. All right, just like I said before in the thing, apparently you don't actually get punished for failing a crime. It does not say anything about what happens if you succeed. Not only do you get money and hacking experience, but I don't know if you get caught. Who knows? But we did gain hacking experience. We gained no strength experience, no defense, but we did get dexterity and agility, but we got no charisma. Also, Demaze, why did you come in while I'm robbing a store? Like, of all the times to enter, I was doing such good work prior to it, and then you came in and I'm in the middle of a crime. I worked so hard to create scripts and everything like that. That being said, it is so good to see you here. I really appreciate you hanging out on this New Year's Eve. Thank you very much for coming in and watching me rob a store of all things. You are following the guide? All good. Oh, yes, I am following the guide. The guide said rob the store and then you'll get experience. Also, if you haven't noticed, I'll give you a look. It's actually JavaScript. So, and I'm not a programmer by any stretch of the imagination. We took classes at some point, but none of it really stuck. So, I have a guide and a well-written one that I can follow to be able to kind of at least have some story plot going. And so on and so forth. I can still make choices. I don't have to rob a bank or a store or mug anyone, and I definitely don't have to commit murder. I definitely don't have to assassinate high-profile targets, and I do not have to kidnap and ransom. So I can make these choices happen while simultaneously hacking small business owners. So I have written actually scripts. So here's a script that I started on Wednesday. Here's a script that allows me to sort of get into places and kind of penny pinch them a little bit. And then here's my other script that we created just a few minutes ago. So you actually do learn how to kind of get into programming mode, so to speak. That being said, you came in literally at the least programming spot. All right, so I got some hacking experience. Let's take a look at our stats here. You can see I have dexterity. It's actually grown a little bit. My agility has actually grown a little bit. Nothing else for the other ones, but I did get a little bit more hacking experience, so that's really nice. And I have $99 million, so that's something. I assume that's what M stands for. It could mean miles. I doubt it, though. However, if we wanted to learn money the more legitimate way, we could work for a company. So this guide says, if you don't want to constantly check on the game to commit crimes, there's another option that's much more passive, working for a company. This will not be nearly as profitable as crimes, but it's completely passive. I don't have to do anything. Go to the city, all right? So we go to city and the left-hand navigation menu, and then go to Joe's Guns, which is where we are going. Food and stuff, Joe's Guns. All right, here we go. So inside this, at Joe's Guns, there will be an option that says apply to be an employee. Click to get this job. Requires zero anything. No skills whatsoever necessary to work at Joe's Guns, which is saying something. All right, so click to get this job. Then a new option will appear. That's a lie. Passive is an interesting term for work here. It is. It really is. It's like definitely passive employee. All right, to get this job, a new option will appear that simply says work. Click to start working. You are working at Joe's Guns, earn you $110 per second, which is absolutely bonkers in my opinion, but that's cool. D blank. Welcome in. No, we're trying to apply to get jobs. Like right now, like you came in at the job application part. We turned in and we work. We are now going to work at Joe's Guns and make money the normal way, as opposed to any of these other options, which is infiltrate the company. The maze says working actively to actively consume all your focus, so it being passive is a misnomer. This is true. This is absolutely true. Actively working passively. The dichotomy. All right. So with that, we are now employed at Joe's Guns, which we hacked on Wednesday. Let's see. Working for a company is completely passive in a very active kind of way. However, you will not be able to do anything else in the game while you are working. You can cancel working at any time. You'll notice that canceling your work early causes you to lose out on some reputation gains, but you shouldn't worry about this. Company reputation is not important right now, which I guess makes sense. All right, once your hacking level hits 75, we're at 148, by the way. You can visit the Carmichael Security in the Sister and get a software job there. This offers higher pay and hacking experience. There are many more companies in the city tab that offer more pay and gameplay features, so feel free to explore. Interesting. Part-time does not penalize you. You found out today. Oh, have you actually played this game before, Bitburner? The Maze? Also, y'all didn't tell me that my hair was sticking up, literally, like, for the entire run of this game so far. Have you played Bitburner before? I've been playing for the last week a little too much. I just started on Wednesday. It was brought to my attention on Monday. And so I finished up the last stream I was doing, which was the Lost and Random stuff. And I was like, okay, let's check this out. And it's incredibly entertaining and fascinating. And on Wednesday, actually, apparently Timo, who came in, who seemed to be a programmer himself, was walking me through a lot of the things. And I was like, I feel like I've learned more in that day of just doing 2 hours of this game than I've ever learned in my lifetime of JavaScript. And it's kind of refreshing, you know, as far as text-based games are concerned. Can we hack the core while working? Seems like a way to make more profit. They won't even suspect it. Surely we could, but we won't. Also, you know this. This means that I'm at 100 million, right? Or am I 1,000 or whatever it is? Ugh, goodness gracious. Okay. You have 0 company favor. Excuse me. All right, so when it says I can't do anything else in the world, that's 100 million? Okay, that's what's making sure. Let's see. There are many more companies in the city. Offered them out. Is this Carmichael Security? Oh, I can apply for this job. Hold on, my hair is in my face and it's kind of bothering me. There we go. Is this so I can try the agent job? Requires 175 hacking, which I don't have, and 8,000 reputation. I guess not. Software job requires 75 in hacking, which is what I have. I can apply for a software consultant job. Or nope. And I could. Ooh. Oh no, I can't because I need charisma, and I'm really upset that I don't have charisma right now. Okay. Let's see. Congratulations, you are offered a new job at the Carmichael Security as a software engineering intern. All right. Double checking something. So after you made your total of 11 million. Okay, so now we're working. We get the idea for it. I'm actually going to stop working at... Nope, we're going to City. We're going to Joe's Guns. They're nice. We're quitting. It was a pleasure working with you, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stay with the Carmichael one. Yeah, I'm going to stay with the Carmichael one for a while, for now. Okay, so with that, purchase your new servers. After you made a total of 11 million, which I am well above, your automatic server script should finish running. This will free up some RAM on your computer. We don't want this RAM to go up. Go to waste, so we'll make use of it. Wait, have I actually purchased another... Wait, has it purchased another... How do I find out if I purchased another server? Because I ran the script that definitely says that I'm already here. As you can see, I'll take a look. So this is my script editor. So I have my variable, I have my RAM. There we go. I'm like, why is this? This is killing me right now. My hair is flying. Oh, because I turned my fan on. The blank says, is the company rep their thoughts on you or how good the corporation is? Let me see. Company rep. You will have 0 company favor upon after resetting and installing augmentations. I think the company rep is what they think of me, right? Yeah, I think it's a favor that the reputation I am building. Type connect pserv, then press tab. And tab doesn't seem to be giving me anything. I remember doing this earlier. I think I remember typing a pserv in there somewhere. Hold on. Let me go back and see if I typed this in correctly. It's not that far back. All right, so we have the variable RAM. We have the iterator inside that. If you ran the script, it would allow you to connect because the server would exist. You can tab to complete. The tabbing part I remember because I had like 4 programmers tell me, tab. What a curious little game. It seems to be over my head though. Like I was saying earlier, D-Blank, it's a free game, but it's on the Steam. But like I keep saying, like it looks like I know what I'm doing, and simultaneously also looks like I don't know what I'm doing. But I really don't know anything about JavaScript. Like all this stuff there's a guide for it, and it also explains what you're saying as you write it. So I might not necessarily know if I did this right, but I definitely know what I was trying to say in it, even if it's kind of scribbled out this way, which is kind of cool. If you ran the script, it would allow you to connect. I thought I ran the script, but let me... So yeah, so I did run the script, purchase server, with 1 thread. Nope, I didn't think so. That was silly of me. Yep, I don't know JavaScript either, but the guide is so helpful. And then you can tweak the logic of the scripts as you progress. Exactly. So I'm literally just trying to follow the script, and then like I'd probably play this game on my off time, because as much as I enjoy streaming it for you guys, watching me learn it it's all different. But it's definitely something that's very new. Okay, try connect PS. Yeah, no. I know I typed the run server. Did it not run correctly? Let me go back real quick. So I typed all this stuff in. And then this code uses a loop to purchase the server with guidelines for what it means. Wait, let me check my script because I feel like maybe I must have typed in something incorrect. I found I've been consistently missing. Oh yeah, I did notice that sometimes I do have that issue too, so I might have to go in and I'm just going to double check to make sure I put in everything correctly. So variable RAM 8 gigabytes. Let's first off start with this because semicolons are super important. And then the variable semicolon. And then while the iterator's purchase service limit is this with open squiggle brackets, if I have enough money in my home server, and it's more than what I have for the RAM, go get it. Variable first name equals purchase server pserve dash plus 1 and this with this and this plus this. Beautify. There's a syntax error at the bottom. It won't properly until it's fixed. Okay, let me see. Var hostname purchase server. So look at the bottom of the screen. It says RAM syntax error. Oh, it does. You are correct. It does say that. Let me see why that is. The red underline are your syntax errors. Oh, hey, slow down. Welcome in. I appreciate Oh, it's just the letter 8. I see. Okay, I think I do. Wait, I said this. Okay, so now with that, how does this look? Let's save. I'll go back to script editor again. So variable RAM equals 8. And then variable iteration is 0. Iterator, I should say. And then while iterator is get purchase service limit, 0. If home greater than get purchase server cost, RAM, parentheses, squiggle parentheses. Oh, I see. Oh, I put 2 gets. Okay. There we go. Now that's okay. Woo. I didn't realize that there was actually syntax, like the squiggle lines, like when you do that in Microsoft Word. I didn't realize that script actually had the same thing. So that's cool. So now we have it. It's working here. So now we can run it. So now we run purchase server script. Now double check where I am. And go. I think I did this right. Okay. Oh, it did! Yay! Okay, cool. All right, so now we have another server here, another server that we've purchased. Oh, Okay, so now I've actually learned quite a few things now at this point. Is like, I did not realize that I can actually use squiggly lines. I did not realize that was a thing. I was just like, oh, there's a squiggly lines in there for some reason. So that's really cool. I had no idea. Now you can connect to it and see it in ActiveScript's view too. Ha 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 ha! So now 3 threads, right? And now we have this running continuously. We learned new things about JavaScript. Okay, so with that, we've created the script that helps us to purchase the new server. Now we can go to here in this part of the thing. After you purchase your new server, after you've spent the money, which we did, your automatic service should finish running. This will free up some RAM on your home computer. We don't want this RAM to go to waste. Let's make use of it. Go to terminal and enter home, which we're connected to home, and then run. Now we go back to run early. Tab, script, and then minus T with 3. All right, so now we run it with 3 threads and go from there. So now we're using the original template that we had on Wednesday that we created. Okay, I am actually feeling okay about this. All right, so now next part in the guide is reaching hacking level 50. We're past that, but we're still going to follow the walkthrough guide because I'm still learning literally from scratch. So this is great. And thank you, Slowdown. I appreciate that because I would have literally never known I love learning new stuff. So thank you very much for it. All right. So, and apparently Demaze also, thank you for your help because I know you've been also playing this game as well, which is also really cool. I didn't realize that we were both playing the same games on this one. All right. So now we've reached level 50. It looks like we've reached 151. And on the left-hand navigation menu, you'll notice a create programs, which I have 5 of them actually. I remember last time we got a lot of those hack email kind of things. All right, so let's see. Create programs with a red notification. That indicates that there are programs available to be created. Click on that tab or use the... We'll click on the tab. All right. And you'll see a list of programs that you can currently create. Hovering over a program gives a brief description of it to see it. So Brute is a program that executes brute force attacks, which I learned in Mr. Robot what that is. And also I learned from all the programmers that I know that had to destroy Mr. Robot. Like right off the bat. Like any coders I know were like, pause game or pause show, no. And I was like, okay, I got it. So now I know at the very least, like Mr. Robot is like 100%, only 50% correct. This program opens up FTP ports. Deep scan. This program allows you to use the scan analyze command with up to a depth of 5. Oh, interesting. We were using up to a depth of 2 before. Server profile. This program is used to display hacking and NetScript related information about servers. Okay. And then this one is Autolink. This program allows you to directly connect to other servers through the scan analyze command. Well, that sounds handy. Okay. Interesting. Mr. Robot has a lot of cybersecurity stuff that was accurate, at least in the first season, I've been told. It was the first episode that all the people that I know were like, no. And then they had to go through like what a DOS hack was, and then like the link serve stuff, or the Linux programming that was in it, and like how the brute force wasn't. I swear to you, like episode 1 and 2 was like, you would have thought that it was like Game of Thrones season 8. Like like it was like they had like accurate stuff in it, but like some of the main hacking parts was like the part that like threw them, like it made them cringe. It's kind of like if I watch when I watch musicians play, and I'm just like, it cringes because I'm just like, that's not where those notes get placed, and that's also not how you play the Russian technique, or it's the westernized technique, and it's like, oh, that's not a 4/7, kind of thing. So it was very fun to watch the reaction of the coders that I personally know anyway. To me, it was just like, oh, Is that true? Is this true? Do you know if this is true? Is any of this true? And they would pause, spiel, start, pause, spiel, start. I mean, it was, to me, that's the more fascinating of the set. That being said, it's also least fascinating for them when I'm just like, that's not how you hold your, and the fourth position needs to be over here and the bowing is all wrong. That's me. Like, the conductor's ictus is off. How are these? Literally, it's like that. All right, so, sorry. Continuing on. So right now, the program we want to create is the brute program. All right. This program is used to open up the ports on the servers. This will allow you to hack more servers. Okay. As many servers in the game require a certain amount of ports in order to run the nuke to gain root access. When you are creating a program, you cannot interact with any other part of the game. Feel free to cancel your work on creating a program. Feel free to cancel your work on creating a program at any time, as your progress will be saved and can be backed up later. Oh, it takes 10 minutes to complete. Oh, we can literally talk about anything else at that point. Interesting. All right, so I just click on it and it will just go. Okay, cool. How is everyone's day today? We did rob a store and we just kind of ate some bread and chatted. Hope everyone's doing well. This is not going too bad. All right. While we're doing this, I'm kind of going to go back and kind of refresh just to make sure I have an idea of what it is that I am doing. Because I love this, following the walkthrough is great, but at the same time too, it's easy to forget what it was I was doing at the start. All right, so basic gameplay, basic documentation. Nope, wrong. No, come back. Wrong thing. No, top of the page. Nope, that's my Steam. So, as you can probably tell, this is my life. All right, so we have here Bitburner being an incremental RPG, which I actually find to be fascinating right off the bat. I love text-based games. I really do. I think that they're the imaginative part of the text-based games are unique. I have a pretty vivid imagination, so it makes it a lot more interesting for sure, just from imagining what might be or what could happen or anything like that. I played Zork for many hours, like in the early 90s and stuff like that. So I don't know if anyone's ever played Zork before, but I played Zork 1. I didn't play Zork 2 or 3, but I played Zork 1 for sure. I also played, I don't know if anyone's seen this one, BBC actually had a text-based RPG based on the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series. It's actually online. You can find it. If you just type in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy text-based game, you'll find it, and it's totally playable on there. It's hard as heck inside it, but it takes in a new aspect of it, too. I don't know if anyone's ever played this one. If anyone's ever seen the 3-minute games, I found this one by accident on the iPhone app, and it was unique for the time anyway. And it's basically, it looks like this. It looks like you create some semblance of minor coding, but it's the Lifeline games is you can pair with your Apple Watch, you can be on the phone, but it's kind of like a real-time RPG. So if you're trying to help this character get through a series of events, try to help them through it, trying to calm them down even as you go, and allow them to get out of the situation with your help. You guide them, you tell them. You can fail too. Like, I've made my character Taylor die like many times in my hopes to get it right. But then, like, if he's like, I need to sleep, he'll sleep for 8 full hours. and then you'll get a message notification being like, Taylor's like, are you awake? Can I talk to you? Are you okay? There's another game that was just released onto PlayStation, I believe, that was called Stay. That was another real-time text-based RPG game where you help. I did this one. It's $10. I paid the $10 and I was like happy and angry simultaneously. It's a text-based game where you have to help another character he wakes up, he's got like no idea what's going on, and you have to direct him where he needs to go. It's also a real-time time-based kind of thing, but in his case, if you don't respond right away, he gets very depressed. And there would be times when I would get a notification, and it's like this, I think his name was Sam, but I could be wrong, would just be like, I need help. I'm stuck in the darkness. Help me. And then you would get like a notification. Like if you don't like message back right away, you'd be like, you left me. You left me alone. I don't think I can trust you. I was like, dude, I'm literally working. I'm at work. I'm like conducting I'm like teaching the music and all that kind of stuff. I could not respond at the time, but the character would just be so mad. And I was like, okay. It was a rough text-based game, I'll tell you that. But it could have been worse, I guess. And then, there was another one that it was actually like this one. I have to remember it, but this was on the iPad that I played it on. And it was like aliens, and it wasn't nearly as intense as this one, but it was a coding game where you kind of were given hacking simulations. Like you got a note at the beginning of the game. It's like, you don't know me, and you don't know if you can trust me, but something fishy is going on at this business. And you keep getting emails back and forth, and they send you into things like links to different programs that you can install into whatever, and you would kind of come close to what this hacking is. It would kind of let you look like you're doing it. Like you would type in hack.exe, or you would type in script something, but it was pre-made for you, and it's still text-based in that Zorkian style where you just have to like go north, go south, go east, go west, and that's really all the confines you had. So outside of that, it didn't quite work. But it still had an interesting story, and it still let you kind of feel the basics for the programming. You never quite grew up with those. Oh, these particular games were recent, but like the Zorkian style still made you kind of feel invested in the adventure as far as that was concerned. So that was always fun for me. Oh, y'all let my hair go all over the place. Oh, in 6 minutes and 49 seconds, or 50, maybe it actually is going to take 7.5 minutes. The closest I grew up to text-based game was Pajama Sam. I appreciate that one. I do. All right. We actually got Also, I would like to point out, I'm impressed that I was able to talk for 7 whole minutes. Let's be clear. I was not ready for the extemporaneous speeching. All right, so let's go ahead and back up to where we were. We got a brute SSH program. It can now be found on my home computer. So does that mean if I were to type in help, it will be there? Help. I have backdoor. Interesting. Well, that means I have it, right? Somewhere on the computer I have it. Try ls. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now I have, there it is. Okay, so we have nuke and the brute files. Excellent. All right, so we have optional. Create auto link. If you don't mind waiting another 10-15 minutes, you should go ahead and create this program. It takes much less to connect to other servers, but it's not necessary for much progressing. For now, I'm going to skip that because I do not have another 7-minute monologue in my back pocket. Unless you want me to, I literally can pull out like books and I can read that. That would be my monologue. All right, D Blank says, I do enjoy some text-based games. I haven't played many of them. I do remember there were. I do remember there were browser ones. Oh yeah, lots of browser options. I believe it sort of falls where tabletop P&P games do, at least creativity wise, as you mentioned. Oh yeah, very much so. The dark web and buy it. Or the dark web for what per se? Unless you're jumping ahead in the walkthrough, I'm not there yet. Or unless it's a text-based game that I actually don't know about, which would be quite rare. All right. While we get there, skipping over the auto link part of that, I will create that another day when I don't have to be speeching. Joining your first faction. All right, this is where I wanted to get to. At least today, at some point. Joining my first faction. All right. Certainly after you've reached level 50, which we're at level 158, the TOR router dark web. You'll get to it. Okay. Shortly after you reach level 50, you should have received a message like this, which we did, but I'll read it again. We've been watching you. Your skills are very impressive. But you're wasting your talents. If you join us, you can put your skills to good use and change the world for the better. If you join us, we can unlock your full potential. But first, you must pass our test. Find and hack our server using the terminal. Cybersec. All right, so now we have the Cybersec message, which we got actually on Wednesday, but I wasn't there in the walkthrough yet, so we skipped it. All right, so now we're here. If you didn't or accidentally closed it, that's okay. Messages get sent out of your home computer. We can type in cat, which we see here. Cat file. Display a .message, .lit, or .text. This part I actually already knew. So I'm going to type it just because I could use the practice. csec dot dash test dot msg. And there is the message on my home computer. Yay! All right, so we got to find and install the back door on their terminal. All right, this message is part of the game's main quest line. So remember, D-Blank asked if there was one. There is one. It's a little bit more freeform than your usual like run straight and narrow RPGs, but it still exists. All right. It's a message from the Cybersec faction asking you to pass their test. Passing their test is simple. You just have to find their server and hack to it through the terminal. It's called CSEC. To do this, we'll use the scan analyze terminal like we've always done. So I already know this part. So we do scan. We're already home, but just in case. Scan, analyze, two nodes away. All right. So this shows the nodes up to 2 nodes away from my home computer. It's randomly generated, so it will look different for anyone. So we should see CSEC in here somewhere. All right, so let's see. Noodles, already accessed. 0, nothing. NectarNet, already accessed. Access. CSEC. All right, so required hacking skill 53. We're good on that. It has 8 gigabytes of RAM. Okay, that's excellent. And then number of open ports required to nuke 1. So I need to reach it from somewhere, which is what we had to do for like another place. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was to route somewhere else, but oh yeah, we couldn't access like Sigma without going through Joe's Crab Shack or whatever. Oh, sorry, Joe's Guns. So according to this, this tells me, for some reason it says, okay, Iron Gym, root access nothing, requires hacking skill of 100, which we are good. Number of open ports required, nuke 1, 0, CSEC. RAM 8. This tells me that I can reach CSEC by going through the Iron Gym. I don't actually know particularly why that is. Like, of all the set that it's doing here, I'm not actually sure why I can reach it through Iron Gym specifically, but for now I'm just going to take it on faith and hope that I will be like screenshot that sequence and be like, hey, coder friend, tell me why this is true. Have friends that can tell you answers. Pardon me, why is this true kind of thing, you know? So we're going to connect to Iron Gym. And then we're going to connect to CSEC. And cannot directly connect to CSEC. Interesting. Interesting. Now I should have gone back and done the auto link. Make sure you notice the required hacking skill for the servers between 51 and 60. Although you receive this message when you hit 60, you cannot actually pass the test until it's high enough to install that backdoor. Oh, okay, that makes sense. All right, so let's CSEC. Cannot directly connect to CSEC. Iron Gym, right there. Access 100. Ports required 100. Home real quick. All right, connect. Iron Gym. All right, that's pretty much that. And then from there, we should connect to CSEC. And I'm not spelling it wrong. It's CSEC. Cannot directly in there. Seabuzz! Happy New Year to you too! I think you're actually already in the new year at this point, are you not? How's it going? I am playing a Bitburner on the Steam. Alright, so I'm trying to. Though currently I seem to be stuck at the fact that I can't actually do it. It's 4 a.m. in 2022 here and you just got home. Yes! I see. You are ahead. So definitely Happy New Year for you. I'll catch up eventually. I'll get there. How's it, you know, a few hours. Almost 2022 here. We will all celebrate together New Year tomorrow for sure. No doubt about that. How was your day? Hanging in there? Party hard? All that stuff? Can you tell me how to get to CSEC? All right. So it says here I should just be able to connect from one to the next, right? So connect from Iron Gym. Been partying. It's been good. It's partying. Been partying. So pretty slow in the head right now. Okay, so you probably can't tell me how to JavaScript my way into CSEC. No problem. Okay, out of curiosity, what happens if I did this? And connect CSEC. Nope, can't do it. Okay, so connect Iron Gym. Connect C. So connect CSEC. It's not doing it. All right, so does it mean I have to? Oh, ow. So okay, so see what has become before CSEC. Okay, so scan analyze again. Oh, I'm at the Iron Gym. Let's go home and scan analyze again. All right. So we have here, we just do scan analyze 1. We have noodles, food and stuff, Sigma Cosmetic, Joe's Guns, Hong Pang Tea, Hakiri, Sushi, and Iron Gym. All of these we've already opened root access for. I'm gonna sleep, but it's good seeing you again. Take care. You too. Sleep everything off and take care of yourself. Happy New Year again. Mwah. Take care. I'm gonna keep trying to connect and hack the world and the planet. All right. A scan analyze 5. I'll see all sorts of things. No, 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 no. Scan, analyze 5 fingers. Right. Right now, my maximum depth is 3. Which is fine for now. Alright. So out of curiosity, how do I know... Hold on. How do I know what I'm able to go through? Because this says that CSEC can be reached by going through Iron Gym, right? So how do you know that it's going? Is it because it's going like in order kind of thing? So Noodle, Zero, Neuronet, Nectar, Seaver, Helix, food and stuff, then CSEC kind of thing? Is it like the order in which we see them? Food stuff, CSEC? Okay. Because the walkthrough says I can definitely go through from the Iron Gym. It's this, and then that, and then that. I see. Gotcha. So let's try food and stuff. Then CSEC. Okay. So it's the 2 arrows, then the 3 arrows, and then the 5 arrows that go from that. Okay, I think I understand. I think. It's a little bit on the fuzzy side, but I get it. But we're in now. So the walkthrough is based on that random generated order of servers and Oh, I see. So that's the one that worked for him. I have to make sure that when I'm doing that, I'm walking through and seeing that. So Iron Gym would have been 0, and then he would have been able to get through CSEC after that. Boom. I got you. I got this. Okay. So now that we've infiltrated CSEC, we can actually run the brute program. Alright, so connect to the server, backdoor it. Let's get into the back door. Alright, so we gain root access. This requires 1 port in order to gain root access. We can open the ship port using the brute program created earlier. So we're going to run the brute. Come here. Run brute. .exe. Alright, we open the port, run the nuke program. We have root, and now we add a backdoor. I know, believe me, I know what it, I remember Timo yelled at me for saying the exact same thing already. It's brute as it is for brute secure shell. I know. I know. Oh, we are fulfilled a faction. Yay! Yay! We got a backdoor entrance. Joining this faction may prevent you from joining other factions during this run, which is totally okay, honestly. Okay, so accept it. Accept it. I will join your faction. Ow. Cool. So now we've joined. Part of the club. Get my leather jacket and the Letterman letter and all that kind of stuff. Cool. We'll come back to it later. Okay, using additional servers to hack Joe's guns. Poor Joe's guns. All right, once you have the brute program, you'll be able to gain root access to several additional servers. These servers have more RAM than you can use to run the scripts. We'll use RAM on these servers to target Joe's guns. I feel like Joe's guns has really been like the center point of all of our JavaScript ire. I'm just saying, like it is. I don't know what he did to the character that created here, but Joe's guns we're gunning for Joe's guns, no pun intended. All right, so we'll use RAM on these, copying our scripts. So the servers we'll be using are NeoNet, Zero, Max Hardware, and the Iron Gym. All of these servers, as we see here, have the 32 gigabyte. Yeah, 32 gigabyte. 0 neonet fantasy. I guess we're not going to use fantasy for now. This is fine. Iron Gym Max Hard. So we did analyze 3 nodes away. We're just sticking with the 2 for now in this walkthrough. Got it. Okay. So all of these have 32 gigs of RAM. You can use a terminal to scan analyze 3 to see for yourself. I will take your word for it. All right, so we're going to go home. And then we're going to script copy. Into the host neonet. I feel like I was supposed to run something when I did this. As I recall, I couldn't just... I need to pull up like my own stream from Wednesday, because I remember like I did this, and then I did this part and I copied it over, but I need to make it run, and I can't remember if it's the run nuke or it was a different run. Maybe it was run the script. Is it this? Oh no, was it the run on the... Hold please. Yeah, we need to run it. Okay, so yeah, it was run, but not the neonet that I have here. I need to run the script, but with 12 threads per server. All right, so connect to them. Scan IS3. Run the command. All that kind of stuff. All right, so now I should do this, and then this, and then minus, and then 12 threads. Oh, because that's my house. Whoops. That can't be right. Or is it that or do I have to go connect neonet, connect lowercase neonet, spell correctly neonet, can't directly connect to it. I have to connect through the other servers to make this run. All right, so let me see. Connect noodles. Connect neonet. Can I just connect to neonet from here? Nope. I have to connect to 0 first, I think. Connect neonet. And then I can run the script with the -t, correct? First, I have to run the nuke. Nuke unsuccessful, not enough ports have been opened. So now do I have to root? Come on, I know the brute is here. I guess I need to give it brute.ssh. Nope, that's not it. Let's see. Since easy servers have 33 and run 12 threads, now you can connect to servers. So find and connect the servers using the scan analyze 3 terminal command. Using the terminal command to run our hacking through 12 threads using this template. Okay, so I definitely connected, so I should in theory be right in here with running it, but it's run the template, need root access to run, nuke unsuccessful, not enough ports have been opened, and then I need to find the brute. Oh, run, I don't know why. Oh, run, brutes. I'm a goober. Alright, so now we open the port. So now we'll gain root access, and now we can run early with minus T12. Alright, now we're running it with that. Now we have to do the same thing with the other 4 programs. At least I figured it out. I sometimes get worried that I'm like, I'm not going to be able to figure this out. But the one thing I'm actually kind of impressed with the fact that I'm actually not the dunce with JavaScript that I thought it was. I'll be taking my leave for now. Battery on the phone is dying, and I've still got a long night ahead. Dogs and fireworks don't mix well. Good night, all, and Happy New Year to you too. You too as well. I look forward to seeing you in 2022. You take care of yourself and the dogs, and keep them away from fireworks, and hopefully have a safe New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So, looking forward to you come next time. All right? Stay safe. I'm going to continue hacking and hopefully please my faction, or at the very least make it known that I can probably do this in faster than half an hour. I am really now regretting that auto link thing. I'm like, I should have just done that. All right, here we go. All right, now we're going to do the same thing for all the other ones. So now I have to scan analyze again. We'll do scan analyze 3. We did neonet. All right, we need, we want to do 0. So let's go ahead and do connect to noodles. And we'll connect to 0. Cool, and now we'll run the brute. We'll run the nuke. And we'll run... Really? I can't tab it now? Of all the times to not tab something? Oh, shoot. Because it wasn't copied. I'm a goober. Go home. We need to SCP for 0. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and SCP for everything else, too. Oops. Max hardware. And SCP tab Iron Gym. Cool. So now we can actually connect to all these places. So we're going to connect to 0. First we connect to noodles. Connect to 0. And then we'll run. I think we already opened it up, so we should be able to just run the hack template with 12 threads. All right, we'll go home. All right, and then from here, if we want to connect to max hardware, we need to go through Harakiri Sushi. So connect to Harakiri Sushi, and then we'll connect to max hardware, and then we'll brute, and then we'll run the nuke, and then we'll run the program with 12 threads. And the last one is Iron Gym. We should be able to connect right away to the Iron Gym. And we can run the brute. Nope, run the brute. Run the nuke. And then we can run the hacking program with 12 threads. Sweet. All right, we got it all going. If we check out the active scripts. Wait a second, where is everything? Well, we're running a script. It definitely says it there. I can see it. We should be good. All right. So with that, we now profit from the scripts and gain reputations with cybersec. So here we go. This is the important part. So now it's time to play the waiting game, which we're probably going to do and then end the stream just because I want to make sure everyone is able to get to their New Year's as it goes. And also see who else maybe that is going as well. All right. So let's see. Now it's time to play the waiting game. It'll take some time for your scripts to start earning money. Makes sense. Remember that most of your scripts are targeting Joe's guns, which is true. It will take a bit for them to grow and weaken, which we've already set up on Wednesday. The server to the appropriate values before they start hacking it. Once they do, however, the scripts become profitable. Great. For reference, about 2 hours after they start my first script, his script started producing 20K per second, and it earned a total of about 70 million. Literally, my scripts are actually doing about the same. So I know that as it starts off, it doesn't make that much, but once it gets into it, it's into it. In the meantime, we are going to be gaining reputation with the cybersec faction. We go to factions. All right. Let's see. The list of factions you have joined on the left-hand side. So select cybersec, which is this one. In the middle of the page, there should be a button for hacking contracts. Okay. Click to it to start earning reputation for cybersec faction, as well as some hacking experience. The higher your hacking level, the more reputation you'll gain. Note that while you are working for a faction, you cannot interact with the rest of the game in any way. Cancel your faction with no penalties. All right, let's try hacking contacts. You're currently carrying out hacking contracts for your faction that has a current reputation of 36.3. You have earned nothing, but I have earned quite a bit of reputation for this plus hacking XP. However, nothing else in the other things. You will automatically finish working after 20 hours. You can cancel earlier if you wish. There is no penalty for canceling early. Okay. Let's see. I'm almost at the end of this particular walkthrough. So let's go ahead and get to the end of this one and then we'll be right there. So let's see. So we can actually do something else simultaneously. So we'll let that hacking contract go and then go from there. So now we're going to go ahead and it says you can't interact with the rest of the game in any way, but I'm not sure I'm not sure if that's actually how it works. So it sees here, work in progress. My reputation is growing. I can look at my hacking contracts. So it's still going. You can see it's still working here. So we'll do something else while the game is going. We're going to go to purchase and augmentations. All right, so as this walkthrough mentioned before, within 1 to 2 hours you earn 200 million. I'm at 119 million already, so we're doing pretty good. Upgrading the RAM on home computer. The most important thing to upgrade right now is the RAM. This will help you to run more scripts, which we need. So upgraded RAM. Let's go to the city. We need to go to the Micro Center recently. Oh, it's not Micro Center. It's Alpha Enterprises. So let's go to Alpha Enterprises. Ah, here it is. All right. So you can also apply for jobs here too, and that will help get our stuff up as well. Let's see. There will be an option that says purchase additional RAM for home computer. Click it and follow the dialog box. So upgrade home RAM for 1 million. It costs wait, 3.2 times 10 to the third times 1.58 to the logarithmic 2 of RAM. Wow. Okay, that's definitely something. I don't see logarithmic in my day to day, so it's it kind of just catches me off guard. It's really cool when I see it, but it definitely catches me off guard. All right, so we are at 32 gigabytes. I personally, for just about anything, I tend to start off going by 128 gigabytes. So I'm going to get my home RAM to there, and I think that generally is what I need it to be. Like anytime I purchase new things, I will either purchase 128 if I think I'm going to need it, or 264. So I do a lot of work sometimes. All right. Let's see. Purchasing your first augmentation. Once you get about 1,000 reputation with cybersec faction, let's see how we're doing there. Maybe we won't get to this point. Let's check cybersec. My current reputation is there. It says when it gets to about 1,000, you can purchase your first augmentation from them. To do this, go to factions. Well, let's see if we who knows? Maybe we can do it now. Go to factions and then purchase augmentation. Oh, the answer is no. I have to wait. Neurotrainer requires 1,000 faction reputation points. So, waiting game. We're at 193. Well, let me go ahead and read this while this is going and see how far we can get. If not, then we'll go ahead and call the stream here because there's not really much I can do until then. Let's see. Let's see. So, augmentations. Once we purchase, so the first one we can purchase is that neuro one. We're looking at here, purchase augmentation. This is the one I would be able to get in just a little bit as soon as I get to my reputation of 1,000. So, augmentations give persistent upgrades in the form of multipliers. These aren't very powerful in the game because the multipliers are small. However, the effects of augmentation stack multiplicativity with each other. As you continue to install many augmentations, their effects will increase significantly. Because of this, I would recommend investing in more RAM upgrades for your home computer rather than augmentations early on. Having enough RAM that runs many scripts will allow you to take on more money, which then you're allowed to get you all of these augmentations. All right, so the very first one we can get is the neurotransmitter at some point tomorrow, I think. If you have money to spare, also Bitwire is that top one, 10 million if you have 3.75k in reputation. Each time you purchase an augmentation, the price jumps by 90% more. So we have to have major money in the bank before we even get to that point. Cool. Let's see. Make sure you buy the most expensive augmentation first. Don't worry. Once you choose to install augmentations, the price is reset. And at that point, once we get to buying the augmentations, then we would get into pretty much the end of literally the beginning sector of just scripting and the beginnings of hacking. And that's pretty much the game as it starts. And then you go into installation of those augmentations and then go from there. However, I think we're going to be waiting a while for cybersec, my reputation with them to grow a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and say at this point, I'm going to go ahead and call the stream here. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for all the input you had. I really, really appreciate it. I'm enjoying this game. I'm actually enjoying it way more than I thought I would. So thank you to thank you for bringing it to my attention. I think it was Megagriff that brought it to our attention, so thank you for that. Tomorrow is a tag team stream for the new year, January 1st, 2022. Drake and I will be doing a tag team stream of, I know what I'm doing. I had a couple requests for Cooking Companions Nightmare Mode. So we'll see. If that works out, that's what it's going to be. Cooking Companions starting at about 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Other than that, I wish you all the very best in your New Year's Eve plans this evening. Stay safe and stay smart as always. And Happy New Year. And I look forward to seeing you all again in 2022. Take care. Stay safe. Happy New Year.